Hello everyone, Dave here again from Creative Guitar Lounge. Today I wanted to do a video about making really simple guitar parts really count in a song. We don't always have to be really fancy when we're writing songs. It's always a kind of temptation to throw in all these fancy chords, and these fancy scales and licks and so on. But actually, when I was in a band with my partner Mo, our most popular and almost very successful song was the simplest thing you could possibly imagine. It was actually one chord, and I just wanted to kind of break it down and show you exactly how that happened. But basically what we did was we had a very simple idea, and it was really just a throwaway idea. We never actually thought of it as a proper song. It had silly words about someone we knew, a chorus that was basically just ba 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 ba, and like I say, one chord was the basis of the whole thing, played three different ways. But we used dynamics of the bass and the drums to kind of bring things up and bring them down and play them in a slightly different way. So I just kind of wanted to go through that tune. I'll link to it in the description if you want to hear the recording from 1998, I believe. But it nearly got us a record deal. It got us interest from a lot of major record labels. We got to do a showcase down in London. But, record companies, I don't know if it's true of the few remaining record companies now, but back in those days, they just wanted the simplest thing they could possibly get. So I think they hoped we maybe had 20 or 30 of those kind of songs in our back pockets. We didn't. It was nothing like anything else we ever did. But anyway, it's a good, I think, lesson in how you can use dynamics. So this is basically what the song was. It was the chord of E, and it started with a riff which went, sorry. Yeah, so just arpeggiating that, it's basically you're going with an E, keeping the basic E shape on, but I guess you're going through a kind of E7th and E sus as you do it with these hammer-ons and pull-offs. So that was the first part of the verse, and the second part picked up again very slightly, and it just went. Same thing again really, but I'm taking exactly the same notes and pull-offs, but I'm just hitting these two strings, the G and the B, at the same time to get a kind of, as opposed to. So it's a very slight change in dynamics and a change in rhythm. And then the chorus, I just moved to an E7th chord, and it changes syncopation and rhythm again slightly, and just goes. That's the chorus, and then back to a verse, and then had a little guitar solo which was really based around dead simple E blues scale stuff and a little Memphis or rockabilly kind of sixth type of thing, and that was like this. And then back to the verse part, but we went from the solo to like a bridge kind of thing, which just did exactly the same thing, but we kind of palm muted it and brought the bass and the drums down for 4 bars, so it kind of went. That was about it. The most complicated thing, and not even really complicated, after we'd done the verses and choruses and the little bridge and the solo, we just broke the whole thing down at the end with a heroic ending, and that is just really taking that E chord and just muting most of the strings and just going chromatic. Down to the, what's that, B flat, D flat. So, I mean, you really couldn't be simpler. If you listen to the song, you'll hear the words. The words are a little bit crazy. They were about an eccentric friend of ours, sort of. And the chorus, like I say, is as simple as it could get. But what we found was when we did this at gigs, really as a kind of a warm-up to start with, people were singing along. The first time they'd heard the song, by the second chorus they were singing along. I mean, it's ba ba ba, ba ba ba, woo. So it's not difficult, but that's kind of the point. Sometimes you kind of ignore what's really quite good and what's going to be popular with other people because of your own pretensions or your own sensibilities, let me say, because we all thought this was just a kind of throwaway piece of nonsense. We never really took it seriously, but everyone else did, so you kind of have to go with that. So we found it was a really good icebreaker at gigs, and you know, it's fun to play. The version that very nearly got us down to London to do the showcase gig for all these record companies was actually a rehearsal recorded in an old barn we used to rehearse in, and it was recorded with, honestly, like 3 microphones into a 4-track tape machine, and I think we brought it home and we might have overdubbed a lead vocal, and that was it, and that's what he sent. We didn't know anything about it, and we were really pissed off with him that he did, because we thought it was shocking quality, but it had the feel and the dynamics, and it had energy, and sometimes that's kind of the most important thing. So anyway, I hope you find that useful. Have a listen to the song, see what you think. It's not going to win any prizes for technicality or fanciness in any way, but it is catchy and it has a lot of energy, and it's built around one chord. I have to say, we did have a brilliant rhythm section, so they were able to you know, really emphasize the dynamics when we just varied how we played the parts. So just different rhythms, different dynamics, up and down, you know, that stuff. Like I say, hope you find that useful. If you do, leave me a comment. Feel free to subscribe, because I've got some, I'm going to be adding a lot more videos to this channel as we go, but I've also got a course in the making, nearly done, and if you subscribe and hit the little notifications bell, I'll do a video when I'm ready to release that, and either way, you won't miss any of my new videos. So anyway, it's been Dave, Creative Guitar Lounge. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.